Let me tell you about a time I almost died. Okay, maybe I'm over-exaggerating a little bit, but if things did really go bad, I probably and most likely would have ended up in the ICU. So I'm staying over at my aunt's house, and on the day that we're leaving, me and my aunt decide, let's go out for a little stroll. She takes her bike out, I'm in my chair, and we just take off. So we're talking, chit-chatting, enjoying the scenery. I love to be surrounded by nature, and she's surrounded by trees and mountains. I love that. I love that stuff, okay? So anyways, we're talking, and she's on her bike, we're just strolling, and she tells me, hey, next time you come, maybe we can take this trail. But let me show you so I know whether or not that your wheelchair can go up it. So we go up to this trail, and in order to get to the trail, you have to go up this hill. We're not just any ordinary hill, okay? It's steep, and when I say steep, I mean so steep where I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. But me being me, for those of you that don't know me, I really like to test my limits when it comes to me basically just living life, to put it simply. So I tell my aunt, stay right here, and let me just go up it so I can just drive up quick, okay? So I go up to this hill, and I'm like, now that I'm right in front of it, I'm telling myself, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if I can do this, But it kind of gets me excited, it's a little challenge. So I drive up this hill. It takes me a little minute because now I am focused. I'm trying to be focused on where to drive. Is there potholes, soft dirt, things like that, where I can lose control of my chair. So I make it up to the hill, but we didn't take the trail because we didn't want my mom and the family holding up on us simply because we decided to take a little stroll, So I turn my chair around, and I am just looking down at this hill, how steep this hill was. Now my thoughts are, I didn't think this far. I thought about going up the hill, but I didn't think about going back down, So I decide I'm going to go backwards because I don't want to flip forward. I turn my chair around, I start to back up, and I slid. I didn't like that. Me going backwards, I can't see, so I decided to go back up to the hill and turn around and have no other option but to go forward. Fortunately for me, my wheelchair has a recline feature where I am able to tilt back, so I am not looking straight down so much. I am somewhat even, if that makes sense, because I'm reclined. Okay, so I turn my chair back around, and now I am driving forward down this steep hill. Am I scared? Yes. So I decide to stay in the middle of this hill. That way, if whatever direction I start to gear towards, because in some areas the sand was soft, or the dirt was soft, where I know my chair would slide. So I decided to stay in the middle. That way, when my chair slides, I can go the opposite direction so I can stay in the middle. Biggest mistake I could have ever made. Don't ask why, but I didn't think about this before. But there is a ditch on my right side, and there is a fence on my left. Now some of you, well, Vic, why would you stay in the middle where you should have just been more towards the fence? That way you don't accidentally go towards the ditch, right? Yeah, I didn't think about that. The worst case scenario, if I did stay closer to the fence, if I crashed into the fence, I crashed into the fence, right? So again, I didn't think about that. So I decided to be in the middle. I'm going down the middle. Okay, I lose control of my chair to the point where I no longer am driving forward. My chair is in full reverse mode, and I am literally sliding down, having complete no control of my chair whatsoever. As I'm going down, my chair is gearing towards and heading towards this ditch. Am I panicking? Yes, I am. Am I scared? Absolutely. So as I am going down, all I keep telling myself is stay focused, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused, okay? Because I cannot panic at this moment, otherwise things could really go bad. So anyways, I ended up gearing towards this ditch and heading towards closer and closer and closer to this ditch. I'm halfway down this hill, and I literally had to manage to stop my chair in the best way possible without me flipping forward. So I slowly slow down my chair where I am able to get my chair to a complete stop. I am looking at this ditch right in front of me, probably no more than 2 feet away from me. 2 feet away from falling into this ditch, and things can go horribly wrong. I stop and breathe. I didn't know what to do. I'm trying to go left, and all I keep heading towards is closer and closer to this ditch, and I'm up this close to the ditch, just looking right at it. So now I'm trying to figure out, what can I do? I stop for about a good minute. My aunt asks me, "Are you okay?" I respond, "I don't know. My back is shaking and aching because I am terrified of what could happen next." So I'm looking at this ditch and I am scared. I am terrified of what could happen next. So my aunt yells at me, "Are you okay?" And I respond, "I don't know." My voice crackled because I'm scared. I'm terrified of what could happen next. So she ends up walking up this hill. And again, I'm halfway down this hill, okay? And she's like, "I was wondering why you kept going towards the ditch." And I'm like, I lost complete control of my chair. You know, I'm trying to go left and my chair just keeps going right, closer and closer to this ditch. So she's holding my handlebars in the back of my chair, and with her weight, she is able to help bring me away from the ditch and onto being back pretty much on the ground. I wish I took pictures, and I honestly wish that I had her film me going up the hill, because to me it would have been really cool to have. So anyways, we go back to the house. I tell my mom and the family that's there what just happened, and they're like, "Oh my God," you know, natural reaction, right? After that, I then look to my aunt, and I am dead serious about this. Next time I come, I want to go up this hill, but I want to actually take the trail because I love high views. The higher the view, the better. I absolutely love high views, especially when it's on a mountain. Call me crazy, but that's just me. So what did I learn from this experience? For those of you that know me by now, I pretty much like to seek wisdom from just about anything and everything that happens in my life. What I learned from that experience is this: to feel fear is healthy. It is when you panic that is unhealthy. So what I learned is this: to feel fear is healthy. It's natural human nature. It is when you panic that is unhealthy. Me reflecting back from that experience, the worst thing that could have happened is if, let's just say, if I did happen to go in that ditch, which I'm very, very fortunate I didn't, is if I had went into that ditch, I would have flipped forward, face down into this concreted ditch, and I would have slid down because of the gravity. Which one, could have killed me, or two, probably would have been severely injured and ended up in the ICU. Or another option that could have possibly happened is if I panicked, I got scared, I let go of my handle, my chair stopped, and I would have flipped forward and again slid because of the gravity and would have ended up severely injured. Possibly, maybe even being fatal, I don't know. But yeah. So let me repeat this. To feel fear is healthy. It is when you panic that is unhealthy. So anyways, that's the story of when I pretty much recently almost died. It was very scary. However, I cannot wait to pretty much conquer that hill /